Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to another day of baby steps on our way to 10K a day. I've got my BitFit counting my steps, and we are just going to be starting off in a march today. So I want to thank you for joining me and being my workout buddy again today. We are on a roll. And I have a lot of frustration in my heart at just existing, and my knees hurt, and I want to be on the couch with the fur babies under the heated blanket, but I know that what I'm doing right now, this hard work, is gonna pay, back in double, triple dividends. Like, this is such a good investment to be making into ourselves. It's worth showing up and doing the hard work. So let's keep marching, and let's make those arms a little bigger. Breathing. So it's we got to give ourselves credit any chance that we can, or any opportunity that we can, that it's like on any day that I even kind of don't feel like it, I give myself a high five for showing up. That's the hardest part, I think. Let's keep marching in place. Keep those arms swinging, get that breath moving. And I think physical activity is just the absolute best thing to do for me whenever I have frustrations, because it gives me a way to just, So let's do a nice step together. Be it your intensity today. You might be just right here. Be it wherever you feel like you want or need to be. Make sure that you've got some water on hand so we can hydrate. Let's keep this step together going, and let's add in some nice big shoulder rolls. Keeping the step together going. This is how that looks, just coming forward, up, back, and down. And then smooth it out. Let's go the other way. Up, forward, down, back. Sometimes I'll get all tangled up in the web of things that are not my circus and not my monkeys, but I'll get real agitated about it. And this is a great way to give myself some perspective on what is within my control. I cannot control other people's behavior. I cannot control, what's going on in anybody else's situations, but I can control how I react and how I interact. So let's just marching in place, and let's keep those arms nice and big and keep going. So whether it's the neighbor driving me wild or somebody online, I'm able to just center within myself and stay in my own lane. Minding my own business is so good for me. Nice big arms. Getting that blood flowing, getting warmed up. Let's come now into a step, tap, tap. And we can move this forward and back if you like. And if ever we're doing a movement and you're just not feeling it, or you want to do something else, just keep moving, march in place, do whatever you want, just keep moving. And let's bring in an arm swing. Still doing that step tap. Engaging our core, keeping good posture, steady breath. We gotta pace ourselves. We're here for a full 40 minutes, y'all. We can do this. And I highly recommend you do not have to stick to the linear progression of the baby step program. If you want to spend a couple of weeks at week 1 just doing 5 minutes, if you want to, some days you do a 40 minute, some days you do a 10 minute, that is okay. So we're going to march in place, just get our feet under us, and let's come now into a front tap, just tapping our foot out in front of us onto the ground. And also, if you need to take full-on days off, that's okay too. You can always hit pause, just always come back. Let's add in a chest press layered with that toe tap. Keep going. So up next, we're going to do a step out. So it's not quite a tap to the side. Let's march in place, and we're going to step out and in, and out and in, and out and in, and out and in. So we're bearing the load of our weight between both feet whenever we come out to that side step, or that step out rather. And we can go ahead and add in a bicep curl. You could hold on to water bottles or weights. I'm adding my own intensity. And we can even come a little deeper if your knees are feeling warmed up, like if you feel up to it. And you can try it for a few and then just go back to a step out. Just getting a feel for it. There we go. Let's march in place to get our feet in under us. And now we're going to do a side tap. So now we're exchanging which supporting leg is bearing our weight and which leg is branching out. This is going to help build our balance. And I just like to move my arms kind of in counterbalance just to keep, honestly, to keep myself moving. And I know that it does help, I think, maybe with my BitFit tracking my steps. So from here, let's add in saloon doors. So I'm bent at the elbow, hands palm facing the screen, and then just opening them so that my palms end up facing the back of the room. I am thumbs down. I hope this information is helpful to you. But whatever you're doing, just do it. And we're getting our steps in, we're getting our heart rate up. Let's march in place. And whenever it's a slower beat like this, I just let myself do a larger march. Focusing on engaging my core. Marching is essentially pretty simple. We can make it complicated. We can layer some things on. Let's actually move it forward and back. Step 1, 2, 3. Just however many steps you can get till you reach the end of your space. And I'm not worried about doing any particular kind of number of steps or having it be even. I'm just kind of, we can even change directions. You can just go a different way. We're just moving around, keeping that march and the arm swing going. Let's come now into a tap back. This is how it looks from this side. And we can just keep this going. Kind of doing double time arms. And let's add in a lateral raise. So tapping back and bringing our arms up. Keep going. Keep breathing. I am leaned forward with my torso a little bit. That's fine, just be where you are. Let's march in place. This is a great opportunity for a water break. Let's keep this march going. Nice big arms, moving forward and back. Do not underestimate the power of silly, simple things, y'all. I know it's not all about weight loss, but I am gonna share a victory with y'all that today I weighed in at my lowest so far in years of 215.4. So I'm almost 40 pounds down from my high weight, which is, no, I'm not good at math. It might be, I don't know, but it's, I'm excited. So we are going to keep marching in place, and let's keep our left foot grounded. We're gonna step forward and back with our right foot. So it's step, 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 forward, step, back, step. And you can layer in your arms however you like. There's no right or wrong way. Just be moving. I was at 254. Yeah, no, that tracks. 40 pounds down, my goodness. Okay, we're gonna march, get our feet in under us, keep our right foot grounded and step forward and back, step forward, step back, step forward, step back. Now, a good bit of that has been, over 10 pounds of it has been just since starting this baby step program. But that's not nothing, y'all. We're on track. It's actually, I think it's closer to, goodness, really? Almost 20 pounds? But, and that's with just doing these baby steps. I have been doing the train with Joan, but I've been very lax with that these past like 2 or 3 weeks. And just sticking to showing up for my baby steps and just having 2,000 calories a day. I haven't even really been restricting. I've just been tracking to make sure that I don't, have a little too much ranch on my salads, because that stuff adds up. Okay, let's march in place. Making sure that, I'm only using a tablespoon of butter instead of a tablespoon and a half, because again, those things add up. And just keeping track keeps me on budget, and that helps me get to my goals. So I'm not getting there fast. I'm getting there to last. And it is going faster than I thought it would, so I'll take that. But let's keep marching with nice big arms. Let's march kind of almost with a high knee, y'all. It didn't have to be, but that's where I'm at today. And already that mood lift is kicking in. I haven't thought about anything other than not going like in y'all's ear for like 10 minutes. All right, let's come into a step tap. And we are gonna add in some reach across arms. Now it is important to keep breathing though. I'm just like deeply, deeply self-conscious of like harpful snarfling, panting in y'all's ear. But that's just, I think, the reality of working out. We're humans, we need oxygen, how dare we? All right, let's keep this reach across going. And we're gonna add in a little bit of a dip, if you have it in you. If not, just keep that reach across going. And we could even maybe bring it forward and back. Let's march in place. This is another great opportunity for a little sip of water. Keep going. Now let's keep that march going. Nice big arms. This arm movement right here has done so much to help me with my shoulder clicking, the pain in my collarbone, my buffalo hump, just feeling the tension in all that area has really improved since doing this. So it's exaggerated and it may feel or look silly, but let's lean into that because silly works. All right, let's come and do that step tap again. And let's add in a reach over. It's used to there. I'd heard, that kind of phone neck, or there's all sorts of pretty derogatory sounding terms for a dowager's hump. I like calling it my buffalo hump because buffaloes are strong and there's a purpose to it. And it was just, I don't know, slightly more empowering. But just different ways of accepting my body. Let's keep that reach across going, or reach over going. Not just accepting my body, but embracing it, because I've got some absolute traps of steel underneath the excess weight that I've been carrying. So I'm not gonna hold it against myself that I'm shaped the way I am. I'm gonna lean into it. And if I am a beefy person, I'm gonna be real strong and good and beefy. Let's march in place. There we go. And I understand we all look through sometimes skewed lenses to perceive ourselves. So I figured either however dysphoria or distorted my view of myself may be, if I can just get it to be more positive, that'd be great. So starting small there. Let's keep that march going. But right here with this arm swing that we're doing, this is the opposite of what I usually do all day, which is holding pliers, being at a keyboard, crafting or doing administrative things. Okay, so we're gonna do a front kick, down and low. To start with, we can always add that intensity in. Keep going. Let me know what y'all think of the increased occurrence of just having little march breaks. So let's add in a shoulder press, and we can bring that leg up a little higher. But I thought it might be a good way of kind of balancing the intensity of the workout. Keep pushing up. Keep that core engaged. In good posture. I find myself leaning back sometimes. March in place. Whew. But just checking in. I'm not criticizing, if you're leaning back or leaning forward. It's just a way of checking in and then maybe challenging what's coming intrinsically to us. Again, I always want to go really wide with knee lifts and stuff, so I try to march. I'm going to march this time with my knees trying to stay narrow and parallel, just to counterbalance what I usually have a tendency towards. Bigger arms. And I'm going to keep on this. I'm going to bring my elbows, instead of marching wide, I'm going to bring my elbows in. So I try to treat it like I'm going through a very narrow hallway. I'm a train on a track. Keep going. Pardon me. All right, so from here, we're gonna go into a side leg lift. And let's start small, focusing on our form. There we go. And now let's just march for a few just to shake it out. We're gonna go back into those side kicks with an alternate lateral raise. Keep going. Ooh-wee. I bet you can't guess what's after this. March in place. Here we go. Oh my goodness. My butt. I think. Let me check. We might have just. Okay. I don't know if we had just gotten a delivery or what, but everything's good. All right. Whew. We're halfway done. This feels very, very manageable. Like I am exerting myself, but manageable. Okay, another sip of water. Big arms. We can even layer, I mean a little bit. Listen to your body, but I like layering a little bit of a neck circle just to kind of get a active passive massage of some sort. I'm just leaning my head one side to the other, coming back to the middle. I'm not a fitness expert. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. I just know that it felt really good right now. All right, so from here, let's go into a kick back, hands on booties. Feel those glutes working. Yeah, it's been a very interesting experience because I've been losing weight, but the leg holes that my legs go through, like on my underwear, is biting into my butt. For like, I've never had that problem with like, looked like a frog standing up. I didn't have any glutes to speak of. Let's keep these back kicks going and add in a tricep extension. So body recomposition during weight loss is possible, you guys. And a big part of getting to know that is taking progress pictures, taking measurements, and just being actively familiar with like knowing, hey, my bicep got bigger, or hey, my glutes are there now. There we go, march in place. I personally kind of love these marches in place. It's just really nice to have a little mental break, and it gives me a chance to read my what we have next, give my butt an opportunity to catch back up. And every opportunity I get, I like to move it. Forward and back, just to get more of that backward locking in that's supposed to be so good for our knees. I've been hearing about from knees over toes guy. And so I figure, hey, may as well. Keep going. And up next, we have knee ups. So prepare yourself. Knee up. And again, I'm going to try to keep a narrower stance on this just because it's the opposite of what I normally do. I normally like to do a really wide. I mean, this is fun too though, but I'm going to be here for now. Really keeping that core engaged while I pull my knees up. Let's get our arms up high. And now we can go wide. And let's just bring our arms down to our knee. Keep going. March in place. There we go. And of course, you can always make it a little dancey during our march breaks. Get your hips involved. But you can always meet back here and just march in place with nice big arms. Do not let this get boring for you. If there's something that you're like, I'm just not digging it, or if you're tired of marching in place, do a step together. I personally really like that for dancing. All right, so up next, let's come into a nice wide march, hamstring curl. Oh, I love this one because it squeezes my calves against my hamstrings, and it just feels like such a nice massage, and like I'm juicing my knees. Like they just feel so much better when I do this. Keep going. And we can actually walk this in a little more narrow and then walk it out a little wider. That's a fun little exercise. Or if you can just stay where you're at and add in a pull down. Keep going. And march in place. That is nice, y'all. Keeping that march going. Just adding in a shoulder shimmy. Or you can just swing your arms as you were. We'll come back to that. It's just nice to throw in something different. Do not be afraid to play around and see what brings a smile to your face. Because I'm investing in my health and I am investing in my lifelines. So let's go. All right, from here, let's step out. Doing a step out with our feet. And then half jack arms. Keep going. And let's keep our half jack feet going, but do double arms. Very good, keep going. And whenever it's a slower beat like this, I like to just try to stay consistent about maybe pointing my toes or sticking to that beat. Whew, let's march in place. This is a great opportunity for another drink. Okay, so now we're going to be in a step tap. Step, tap, step, tap. And let's add in a hook, keeping our elbows bent, but right on eye level, kind of chin level in front of us, or shoulder level rather. You could do some high, you could do some lower. And now let's keep this going. and add in a little bit more of a dip. Keep going. Trying to stay within a controlled range of motion. Now we're gonna step tap, and we're gonna jab. So it's kind of like the reach acrosses, but with much more of an intentional jab and retraction of the arm. And I want to spend as little time in that extended position as possible. And this is building more of that pullback too. There we go. I think we do another round of that. I'm not certain. And if you want to bring down the intensity, that's okay. Or you can bring it up with more of a dip pop. Pop, dip, pop. Keep going. March in place. There we go. I love those punchy ones for working out that frustration. It's just, I just take it and use it as fuel. You know, if I pluck that weed, I burn it in the pile and just get my head clear. Any feelings and thoughts and, you know, anything that's not serving me today, I don't need it. And this is my opportunity to do my internal gardening. All right, let's march with big arms. And up next, we're gonna come into that stagger stance. And we're gonna jab, cross, step, step, jab, cross, step, step, jab, cross, step, step. And you can stay here if you want, or we can get a little lower. And then we can stay here, or we can jab, cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. And let's keep this going. It's taking everything in me to not pet this dog right now. I can't do it. I gotta pet him. Okay. There we go. And knee. Cross and knee, jab, cross and knee. Let's march into our stagger stance on left leg leading towards the screen. Oh, let's take a doggy love break. Who's such a good boy? Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna march and jab, cross, step, step, jab, cross, step, step. We can bring it a little lower. And now we can jab, cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. Keep going. Jab, cross, step, knee, jab, cross, step, knee. March it out. Very good, y'all. Keep marching. And we're in our last stretch, y'all. This is our last little segment of movements before our cool down. So we have made it through We can see the finish line. Keep it going. Big arms. And so I'm letting my intensity kind of dip off just a little bit on that march. But we're still here, we're still moving. That's amazing. Like, that's a win. All right, we're gonna take a wide stance and bring that knee up. Like, and I mean like wide. Like I'm trying to come into like plie style knees here. So it's just as wide as my hips will go. I like pointing my toes at the ground just cause. Ankle and foot awareness. Let's get our arms up. We're gonna be pulling our elbow down to meet the knee on the same side. Here we go. There we go. Really crunching in, going nice and slow. Breathing. Keeping good posture. So my tailbone's a little tucked, my abs engaged. So I don't want to be curving my back, one way or the other. This is challenging, but we're good at doing hard things, you guys. Keep going. Last two. Oh, there we go. Oh. Okay, let's come into a march. Let's put our feet wide. And we're gonna step together. Skaters. We should be familiar by now. I confuse myself every time trying to break it down. But we're just gonna be here. Ooh. Stretching and strengthening our core, because as we bring our arms around to each side, our core is controlled, and so it's shaping that. And we can even bring a little bit more by bringing that elbow back. Keep going. Okay, we're gonna march for just a moment to get our feet in under us, and then we're gonna V-step to the right. Out, out, in, wide in the front, narrow in the back. Just swinging our arms as a counterbalance. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Let's do buzzsaw hands. There we go. And if you want, you can come in a little deeper into that dip in the front of the V-step. Don't mean to punch the microphone. There we go. Keeping those arms going. Ooh, there we go. And now, left side lead. Out, out, in. Keep going. And now let's do sub ball hands. That's buzzsaw, but the other way. Keep going. Final stretch, y'all. March it out. Oh, yes. Now, we're going to do this last marching segment, and then I got to bring my groceries in. But I do recommend doing a complete cool down of like some stretching. Yes to Next has some amazing cool down and stretching segments. We have the Year of Yoga here on the Monster Vlog. And yoga with Adrian is fantastic. Any mobility exercises, like anything. We are so thoroughly good and warmed up right now. It'd be a shame not to stretch. So just inhaling, fingertips up, exhaling down. I'm gonna get a calf raise involved and a little bit of dip with these breath arms. Up onto my toes, exhaling, dipping down, inhaling up, exhaling. Ooh. It's okay if we fall out of balance. That's what we're practicing here. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me here today. We got 3,536 steps in today, and I am one sweaty Yeti. So I'm gonna go get on with my day, but first, the outro. Hey y'all, thank you so much for joining me today for another baby step on our way to 10K a day. You are the best workout buddy. Thank you. Today's mental homework while we do this physical work is the question of the day. Down in the comment section, it is the pinned comment. My answer to the question of the day is down there as well, and I really look forward to hearing what y'all have, what your answers are. If you want to share publicly, if not, you can just answer in your own mind or journal about it. These were prompts that were very helpful to me, just in kind of just building clarity and a sense of what my goals were and what my fallback plans might be, and just kind of mentally addressing the fact that I would probably need some fallback plans. Like, what do I do? Like, I'm gonna fall off the wagon or whatever, you know. It's like, and I'm not saying that because I think I'm a failure. I'm saying that because life happens. One time I got sick for like 2 weeks. I can't expect anything to be properly done during that time by my own hand. Like, I'm not getting up and doing any of my housekeeping. I'm not keeping up with the garden the way that I normally would. I'm not keeping up with my cooking and health and stuff. That's why being sick is so disruptive, I think, you know, entirely aside just from trying to get better. So what plans do I want to have in place for what mindset do I want to take on whenever I've fallen off the wagon and it's time for me to get back on? And it's going to be empathy and patience with myself. And it's like, this isn't the question of today, but it's just this is one of the questions. It's these sort of things that help me to map out how I'm going to be successful from as many different routes as possible, and just trying to anticipate potential situations, but really just getting myself in a problem-solving mindset as opposed to a self-critical mindset that is just really more there to berate me as opposed to help me get to where I want to go. So thank you guys again for hanging out. I do look forward to keeping that conversation going down in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow for another baby step. So until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.